Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, a terrible start on the painted deck. The painted deck, in my opinion, one of the more difficult decks, not the most difficult, but one of the more difficult decks on Gold Stake. The extra hand size enables you to do something, probably, but you may not get the supporting game pieces which actually reward you for doing that thing, whatever it is. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's try Gold Stake painted deck. Alright, first boss, play 5 cards. In the first round, maybe aces and 8s as a full house. Full house, that's a thing. That's maybe easier to do on the painted deck. Alright, in the first shop, probably taking the buffoon pack here. Sure. Is there any reason not to? Checker deck, usually we don't take the buffoon pack. Plasma deck, no buffoon pack. Painted deck, usually I take the buffoon pack. Okay. Blackboard or halvesies. 2 rentals, probably Blackboard is better of the 2. It's not perishable. But I don't know if we should keep Blackboard. So Blackboard is very powerful in general, but less good on the painted deck. Less good because you have more hand size. So you're going to have more cards in hand. Harder to control the spades and clubs or whatever it is. In order for Blackboard to work, I would say you would want some kind of chips joker. Maybe something like a square or bull or some kind of scaling chips. I think with the rental, maybe the rental keeps us from getting what we need. I would say probably, despite how powerful the Blackboard is, I'd rather have the money so that I can get the other game pieces that are also important to help us stabilize. So no Blackboard. We could take Golden Joker here. You lose $3, but you gain $4, so it comes out a little bit ahead. Do we want something like Uranus? On the painted deck, usually yes. Usually that's something I'm interested in. So let's do that. The way that I think about it is, normally we play pairs on the Gold Stake, but if I'm playing on the painted deck, I have extra hand size. What does the extra hand size enable me to do? Well, maybe it enables me to play 2 pair, where otherwise I would normally be playing pairs. And then my 2 pair scores not a lot more than a pair, but a little bit more than a pair. Maybe that makes it worth it. Here, the level 2 pair is not really comparable to these 5 card hands, so we should go for some kind of 5 card hand. Could be hearts as a flush, maybe. Maybe I throw away the spades and clubs. I could do hearts as a flush and then follow up with diamonds. Sure. Okay. Terrible start, maybe. We'll see. I mean, we got $7. Could be a swashbuckler. If it wasn't eternal, I would say yes to the swashbuckler, even though it only gives us +1 molt right now. As an eternal, I think no. If I wasn't on the painted deck, I take eternal swashbuckler. That's fine. On the yellow deck, on the blue deck, or whatever. Even better on the black deck. But on the painted deck with only 4 joker slots, I don't think I can commit to this. So let's not do that. Strength here, also probably not. We need more money, so let's be conservative and just go next, probably. Alright. Another full house is nice. We take those. And then, let's see here. It could be diamonds as a flush. Right, that's it. There's the diamond flush. Okay. Next round, we can play 3 300-point hands. Maybe. Could be Mystic Summit, Hallucination as a value generator. I guess that's another one of those where if I wasn't playing on the painted deck, I might take Hallucination. On the painted deck, I probably don't take hallucination. Boss says hearts. There's an investment tag. Probably I'm taking investment tag, so we can think about that as well. If I'm taking investment tag, for sure we want Mystic Summit. Mystic Summit is good. That's chill. Save my money for the extra hand voucher, I guess. Go next. Okay. So how about I could do kings and aces as 2 pair, maybe? Could be kings and queens as a full house. I think wins, actually, since we have plus 15 molt. So next round, we are going to skip to the boss. So against the boss, we need like 2 5-card hands to keep in mind. Okay. Do we want rental Sly Joker? Sly Joker, yes. Rental, maybe not. Rental, probably not. I guess Sly Joker is kind of nice with Mystic Summit. Maybe if I'm not on the painted deck, then I would want this more. But because I am on the painted deck, we can use the hand size to enable hands. So we can play things like flushes and full houses. And that gives us chips, so maybe we don't have to pay for chips. I do want the grabber, and then maybe I don't get the booster packs here. I think no on the Sly Joker. Take the investment for sure. Alright. Could be aces as part of a full house. Maybe a full house with 3s. Maybe we throw away the low pair and try to draw a higher pair. It doesn't matter, probably. Probably we need 2 hands anyway, so it doesn't matter how big the full house is. But this works. Kings and aces as a full house. And then maybe try to get a jack or a 6 for the straight. Maybe. So there's the full house. And then we could play a straight, we could play a flush, could play 2 pair, could play another full house. Since we've played a couple full houses already, maybe we play another full house. In case we get supernova, maybe. I don't know. Alright. Could be a Mars card. This boss has no repeats. Okay, skip tags, not interesting. So, delayed gratification doesn't really work here. Usually we want the booster packs. In the next round we can win with 2 hands. Alright. Okay. On the painted deck, let's go Mega Standard Pack first. Could be a Red Seal 6, could be Red Seal Queen. Between the 2 of these, even though it's a Red Seal holographic glass 6, that's pretty strong. I probably value the money generator even higher. I probably just want a Queen as a money generator. Maybe that's weird. I could be interested in a purple 3 as a value generator also. It's not very strong, but maybe it's viable. Or maybe you take the 6 and the Queen. Let's try that. Maybe we could do something interesting with the 6 later. Probably Celestial Pack here. Maybe I take a Mars card. That could be a long-term plan. Maybe. Could be Mars again. Could be Uranus. Probably Uranus then. As a short-term plan, let's go next. Alright, so I can play a straight. Is not great. My 2 pair is better than my straight. Maybe. So we could do 10s. We I want to play the lucky card, so maybe I'll do something like that. Okay, I can do 10s and 9s. I could do, let's play the lucky card. We have a chance of getting money. I guess also plus 20 wins there. If not, then we follow up with 2 pair. 2 more rounds, Mystic Summit. Could be Judgment. The last card we used was Uranus, in case we get a Fool. Faceless Joker, probably not Eternal. Alright, so we can take Judgment. We can go Arcana looking for money. Could be Hermie. So, Judgment, yes. We get a Swashbuckler. That's not great. Hermie's okay, I guess. Standard pack. Sure. Could be ace, could be 3. Probably this stuff I'm not interested. Maybe we go 1 more here. I need more jokers. Maybe this boss voucher is not super important to me. Let's go 1 more. Could be Clever Joker to enable my 2 pair. Seems viable. Let's do that. And then let's not reroll anymore. Let's go next. Okay, so we have Mystic Summit. So I could do, want to try to hit the queen. We have 8s and 6s. My 2 pair is better than my full house. We could do 8s and 6s. We could do jacks and queens maybe. How about 8s and 6s? Or let's do jacks and 6s. That way we can throw away one of the 8s. Already 4,000 points. Okay, and then 8s and queens. Didn't get the lucky card. That's okay. 1 more round, Mystic Summit. So against this boss, we get 4,000 for the 2 pair. And then we can follow up with maybe a full house or maybe a pair. Strength is good for us. I could turn a 5 into a 6. I could turn a jack into a queen. Could be duo. Probably duo replaces Mystic Summit. Maybe duo replaces Golden Joker, since Golden Joker is on its way out anyway. Let's do that. So we take duo here. We got strength. We can go Arcana. Maybe I go standard pack first. Could be a blue too. Okay, so we go standard pack first. That way when we open the Arcana pack, now we have more information. Now I know with this strength card, maybe I want to turn aces into 2s. Or turn the 2 into a 3. Could be Temperance for 10 bucks. Could be an Emperor. I guess between the 2 of those. Maybe Emperor instead of 10 bucks. That would force me, I would have to use the strength right now. Maybe I don't want to use strength right now. Maybe I want to take temperance then. I think I do want to go strength, either aces into 2s or 5s into 6s or jacks into queens. Maybe queen, the 1 queen into a king. So I guess temperance. And then do we take the boss reroll here? Probably. We're not going to use it right away, but probably we take it. Let's go next. Alright, so now that we have the duo, we know the 2 pair wins. Okay, so maybe I keep jacks and 5s and what are my priorities? My priorities probably the ace into a 2. Probably for the blue seal, and then maybe drop the queen. Okay, so 2s and 3s, drop the queen. Can turn 2 aces into 2 2s. I can play 3s and 2s. Throwing away a 6 here, throwing away a jack here. Let's throw away the jack. This should win. because of the duo. Okay. And then we just use a strength card. I think it's okay. We use Uranus here. If I get a fool, copying Uranus is okay. Erosion is not good. Boss reroll. Okay. So now we can take a Celestial pack. Looking for Uranus again. I think Mars as a backup, maybe. We got 7 2s already. I don't need this 4. I don't think I need to reroll here. In the next round we can play 2 pair, probably like 3 or 4 times. So maybe I don't need to reroll yet. Reroll takes me down to 29. Let's go next. Potentially I want to save some money for the boss. Okay, so we could do jacks and kings. I'm light on aces. This doesn't win. The next one wins. So now I'm looking for... I actually have a 2 pair in hand already. I have 6s, I have 8s. I'm looking for my lucky queen. Or... So now do we just play the 2 pair and then get it over with? Or do we try to dig for the blue seal? Probably we just get it over with. I think if I'm on 5,000, I can beat the boss in 3 hands. I want to be slightly conservative with my hands because hands are money. Alright, strength is helpful. Maybe business card is less helpful. Let's go standard pack. Could be a blue jack, and then you turn the jack into a queen. Maybe. And then could be glass queen. I think glass queen I don't take. Probably. Sure. Go next. Alright, 5,000 points each. And we do have the jacks. So I think I'm going to go ahead and strengthen the jacks if we got them. Let's go 8s and 7s. Alright, so that's 5,000. We could do 4s and 2s. Light on jacks. And then the next one wins if we do queens and 9s. So we can try to find the blue seal. We can try to find the lucky card. How about queens and 9s throwing away a 6? So that's 5,000. Clever Joker, Uranus. Alright, this boss is going to be slightly expensive. Greedy Joker doesn't really do anything for us. We could go Spectral Pack. That's tempting. Because we could go Duo twice. It could work. How would we... This boss will devastate us financially, but it could work. With the blue seals, I guess Duo is more valuable. So currently Swashbuckler is +8. We have a base of 6, so Duo would be +6 instead of +8. Is okay, I guess. We lose Clever Joker, but I guess Clever Joker is perishable anyway. Clever Joker is kind of like a ×2 here. I think we do it. Because I can also do this. I can take Greedy Joker, and Greedy Joker takes us up to 9. So like that kind of works. Celestial Pack is okay. This is kind of not okay. Do we want to reroll? Where maybe I'm looking for a Chips Joker. This boss is going to take me like 4 hands unless we get the 6 or we get the lucky activation or maybe both. If I play 2 pair with 2 diamonds, that could be something. I think I do reroll. Could be a bull here. is good long term, but pretty terrible in the short term. Maybe less important long term because we have the 2 blue seals. Maybe it's better just take the holographic here. I guess we could sell Greedy Joker and then take the bull, and then maybe we beat the boss in just one hand. Maybe. I think I'm not gonna do the bull if I got 2 blue seals. Maybe. Go next. Alright, 2 blue seals in hand, so this is great. We can try to get another 2 is what I'm looking for. I got queens. Okay, so kings and queens. That works. Throwing away the 8. Maybe I don't have to throw away the 8. Hearts and diamonds. Okay. I could do 9s and 2s. This wins, and we got the 2 blue seals. We pay the rental fee, but we have money in the bank for interest. I think maybe we're chilling now. Maybe we've rounded the corner. Could be parking is interesting. Boss's face cards are debuffed. I don't think Greedy Joker is doing that much for us if we have a holographic Lustful Joker. I don't think I opened these 2 standard packs. I think I just saved my money for interest. Let's try parking. And probably we sell it before the round is over. Here I think 7s and 3s could be 4s and 3s. Probably 7s and 4s. That way we can throw away a 3. I want to see how much this scores, even though we don't get that much parking money. So the 2 pair wins, which means if we want, we can just dig. Okay, so high card for the money. Missing out on the blue seal value is probably okay if we have the money. One more time. And then the 2 pair, let's say kings and queens, that wins. Do we keep the parking? Is it worth it, the rental fee? Probably. Alright, so like 17,000. The next round we can win with 2 pair 3 times. Death card. Okay, so probably we copy the queen. I guess we could copy the 2. We have equal amounts of queens and 2s. Probably want the queen though. So death, and then probably we open the booster packs. So Mars, maybe that could be a long-term plan. Maybe we're there already. Maybe if I got the 4 of a kind. Greedy, potentially, the 4 of a kind. Alright, so Erosion's not going to do anything for us. Smear Joker, Wily Joker. Maybe you drop parking, you take Wily Joker, you do 4 of a kind. Maybe? Alright. So 2 pair with the 6. I think I'm not interested. Let's go play the high card. Alright, I could do kings and jacks as 2 pair. I need to do 2 pair 3 times. I will play a high card here. Okay, let's do 7s and jacks. Or we should do 7s and queens because we have a lot of queens. We can throw away a 4, we can throw away an 8. Something like that. Okay, so that's 14. I could do sixes and jacks. I could do sixes and kings. Let's do sixes and kings. Throwing away the 3 or throwing away the 4? Maybe we throw away the 3 here. And then I've got death for the blue seal. So currently it looks like 9s and jacks. Maybe. 9s and jacks. I could copy the red seal. Or probably we copy the blue seal. So if I copy the blue seal, I can turn a 6 into a 2. I guess I have 5 6s. Maybe I don't want to drop the 6s. I can turn a 9. I could turn a king. Maybe we drop the 9. Okay. So how about 6s and jacks? Still keeping parking, I think. Or maybe I'm supposed to sell it here because it doesn't work against this boss. Alright, we just used a death card, so let's not use Uranus right away. Could be a boot here. Boot instead of lustful, instead of parking. And then you pick up Sly Joker. I kind of like that idea. Okay, so parking is out, boot is in. Let's try to get Temperance or Hermit. Or it could be Devil, we make a gold card instead of an Emperor. I think gold card is fine. Okay. Gold card is good on the painted deck, so let's go Devil there is fine. Sly Joker instead of Lustful Joker is not very strong, but maybe strong enough. Alright, now we should be okay. So we do 4s and 2s, throwing away the ace. Okay. Jacks and queens, throwing away an extra 8. Debuff cards is okay. We have plenty of chips. If we do 8s and 6s, throwing away could be an extra 4. This doesn't win. And then 10s and 3s wins. Okay. 10s and 3s for the win. Plus the blue seal value. What was the last thing we did? Last thing we did was Devil. I guess it's okay to use Uranus here. Alright. Could be Spectral Pack, probably. Ecto is interesting. I guess you could make more of these 6s. It's pretty strong. Probably Ecto. Could be a handy tag. Maybe, since we have the boot. I think I'd take Ecto. I think if I am going to take Ecto, you probably drop Sly Joker here. In the short term, we score a little bit less. But probably that's fine. Okay. Golden ticket, probably not. Could be 6s for the lucky card. Save our money, go next. Alright, so I have 6s. I'm light on jacks. I'm light on 9s. This is not great. I do need to play 4. I need to play 2 pair 4 times. So maybe the safe thing to do is you play the queens and 6s. And we can throw away the extra jack. Since we have -1 hand size. Okay, I could do 8s and 2s, throwing away a 4 or a 7. Light on 4s. Okay. Too many queens. That's not good. I guess we keep the 2. Probably we throw away an extra queen, actually. Because we're just going to play 2 pair. So I could do 7s and 2s, and then we have a chance of drawing another 2. I maybe do queens, since we have a chance of drawing extra queens, but we can't draw extra 7s. Throw away a 5 here. This doesn't win. And then I want to draw another 2. I can do 3s and 7s. I don't need the rental. 2 blue seals. Okay. Can we survive the skip to the boss? With the idea being, if we skip, it doubles our money. If we double our money, it doubles our molt. Is that true? Not really. Because my 2 pair is kind of carrying the molt right now. Maybe the boot is not doing that much right now. Probably we don't skip. Probably the fist is the kind of thing that we want. Maybe telescope plus celestial pack here is pretty interesting. Death card. So could be make another queen is good. In general, just to have more queens. Sure. And then probably take the fist. I guess if I take the fist, I don't really need the boot. Fist is less good with the 2s. But that's okay, we can play the 2s. I don't think I'd take the telescope yet because I kind of want a little bit of molt from the boot, even if it's not a lot of molt. Alright, we could do 2s and queens, throwing away a 3. That's 30. That's great. 7s and 4s, throwing away a 3. This is going to score a little bit more. And the next one wins. So now I'm light on 9s. I can do queens and 8s, and then that wins. How about queens and 8s? Or queens and 5s? Doesn't really matter. Never lucky. 30,000 per hand, even without the fist. Probably we could have survived skipping. But now we are pretty comfortable going into the boss. Maybe I shouldn't use Uranus yet in case we get a fool. Could have been a death card. If this Arcana pack has a fool, we get mega punished. Never punished. Could be Temperance for 15, I think is fine. Probably Telescope. Maybe Telescope doesn't matter too much if we already have the blue seals. Oh, I didn't get the boss reroll too. That's okay. Probably doesn't matter. First hand face down. That could be kind of rough, actually. Maybe we want the sun so we can flip over some cards. Maybe. Maybe I'm willing to take the sun. Maybe I'm willing to look inside a standard pack. Maybe standard pack doesn't matter that much anymore. Maybe I just want to save money for the boot. Yeah, let's just go next. First hand face out. So I think the first thing I want to do is not accidentally discard my 2s. Let's do it anyway. So discard all this. Okay, we got some 2s. These could be aces, could be kings. Let's go use the sun. Alright, so that's a jack. Okay. So I could do 2 kings and then play the 2s is the safe thing to do. So maybe we do that. And then throw away the face down card. Okay. 50,000 for that one. This is an ace, this is a jack. We I guess can discard the jack, that's fine. Probably keep the 2. Okay, 2s and queens, we can throw away an extra 10. And then 2 pair the next time wins. So could be 10s and 9s. And I have enough blue seals in the deck that probably we should dig for the blue seal. Like, we've got a lot of blue seals. Alright, bummer. So 9s and 8s, that wins. Okay. And the next round we can win with 2 pair 3 times. Okay. Could be runner as polychrome is better than the boot. Could be better than the fist here. Maybe is worth the rental fee to take the polychrome. I kind of like that idea. Boss says decreased level. That's rude. Standard pack, maybe not. Maybe juggler is actually useful here. We do have an extra joker slot, so I guess we could do both. I guess we could do that. Then go next. Alright, so 4s and queens. That's 60. Okay, so the next hand wins. Yep. Throw away a pair. Okay. Could be aces and 10s. Awkward. Okay. Queens and aces, I guess. No blue seals. Bummer. Alright, next round is 3 hands. Okay, Troubadour, probably not. Glass Joker, probably not. Maybe you could take Glass Joker instead of the Juggler. If we break the glass card, it's worth a lot, actually. So, I like that idea. No Celestial packs, because we have the blue seal. Alright, so I have some blue seals, which I need 2 pair 3 times, so probably I play these. Probably I play the 2s. Throwing away the 5. Okay. There's the 6, which might actually score a lot. Let's try to get another queen. So, this is not good. I think because of the glass, maybe the thing that we do here is we try to get another queen and then we get the 2 blue seals. I think we don't need that many 2 pair. So here, this works. Okay. Looking for a hung man for that glass card. Maybe I'm supposed to open standard packs and look for more glass cards. Alright, no smiley face here. Let's go Arcana. Could be Fool for Uranus. Instead of making a gold card, I think I'd rather have Uranus. That's fine. And I think I'm not going to take Honu here. Saving my money for the boot, even though that's not super important necessarily. We could reroll this boss, but probably we survived this boss, so that's fine. I can try to get a 2. It's getting worse. Alright, so I can play queens and 2s, throwing away the ace, try to draw the glass 6. Never lucky. It looks like I'm gonna need like 3 hands, which is not good. We probably throw away the extra queen. Okay, drawing the 6 here is huge because it means we can probably win right away. Throw away the 7. Yes. Okay. And then what? Alright, this boss, force a card to be selected. Alright, cool. So, probably clearance sale, probably open both Arcana packs, probably Bootstraps is fine, I guess. We could reroll, but maybe it's fine. Could be 20 bucks, could be make a glass card, could be glass queen, I think is reasonable. Maybe we do that. Is that worth 20 bucks? I don't know. Could be make more glass cards. Strength, I can make another 2 is something that I think I want to do. Maybe the 10, maybe not, maybe the 8, maybe not, maybe 7. And another glass queen, I guess. Go next. Alright. So, looking for 6s and queens. I could do 6s with this queen. I could do 4s, keeping the 2. Okay. So, the next hand wins, and I think even high card wins here. That's a little bit awkward. I guess I will play high card, but expecting it to win. Right. Okay. But we didn't get the blue seal. 1,000 points? Okay. 6s and 5s, alright. Calculated. Alright, so in the next round we can solidly play 2 hands. I forgot that Glass Joker now has text. It does a thing, huh? Alright, could be Devil is maybe not important for us to do. It's neutral, but maybe I want... whatever. Go next. Alright, so here could be queens and 7s. Does the plus 20, is that concerning to me? Maybe we go gold 2 just in case. And we don't need the jack. Or, yeah, maybe something like that. Oh, now we get the plus 20. Okay. Alright. And then, alright, so we don't need lovers. Could be Arcana pack looking for a hung man. Could be Justice for another glass queen, it looks like. Instead of 13 bucks here. And then Celestial pack doesn't matter. Let's just go, well, it is a jumbo. Big money, no whammies. Bummer. Alright. Go next. Forces a card to be selected. So it could be 6s and 5s, I guess. Could be kings and queens. Could be kings and these queens. Could be looking for some 2s probably. Keep the 10. Could be some 2s, could be some 10s. I guess it doesn't matter. Throw away the 9 here. Cool. Hey, look, 2.5 on Glass Joker. The boot is not great. Well, I guess if it's your only source of molt, if it's your only way to get molt, then maybe it's fine. Maybe it's better than having, what was it? Swashbuckler, Eternal Swashbuckler. We had some perishables as some options. This was a tough one. For me, I don't know about you, but this was tough for me. And maybe the reason for that is sort of the lack of molt. And there was an opportunity to take a bull, but maybe we didn't have a lot of money at the time. Maybe it didn't make sense to take the bull at the time. When you're playing on the painted deck, of course, blue seals are going to be stronger. It's easier to hold the cards in hand. Gold cards also easier to hold the gold cards in hand. This is assuming that you can actually get the blue seals. This is assuming that you can actually get the gold cards, which maybe doesn't always happen on gold's sake. Maybe that's not a given necessarily. I guess, you know, kind of once again here demonstrating kind of how powerful the blue seals are. 21, it's just one level or one molt per level, but if you have enough levels, then maybe you don't need a molt joker. Maybe just like a ×2 is enough, a couple ×2s. Glass joker, I actually I don't really like glass joker. I think it's functional. I think it's powerful enough. I think it gets the job done, but I don't think it's fun. For me personally, glass joker, maybe not fun, the effect. But it gets the job done. If you just break one glass card, then already 1.75. Duo is ×2 if your hand contains a pair. Glass joker is every hand, doesn't matter. You know, kind of like Constellation or Hologram or whatever. Playing glass cards and hoping that they break is not a great way to break glass cards. Maybe you don't want to break glass cards. Maybe you're playing the glass cards so that you can score points, and then if they happen to break, then they get converted into the permanent molt on the glass joker. Maybe that's fine. But mostly it's, I would say, the Hungman tarot card as a way of removing glass cards, and then all of a sudden you get to jumpstart your glass joker. Goes up to 2.5 after you remove 2 glass cards. Though maybe you don't usually get the opportunity to target 2 at a time. Yeah. On the painted deck, I say this all the time. Think about, what does the extra hand size enable me to do? And maybe the thing that it enables me to do is play 2 pair instead of pairs. What is the advantage of 2 pair over pair? Well, in the short term, in the early game, playing 4 cards is more chips than playing 2 cards. So, you know, maybe in the early game is a little bit easy. You get a little bit more chips, you get a little bit more points from playing the 2 pair. Later on, you know, if you compare the pair levels and the 2 pair gives you 20 chips, pair gives you 15 chips. Maybe that's not that big a difference. Or that's like 30% more chips. You could think of that like 30% more hands. To where if I'm playing 2 pair 4 times, that kind of scores the same amount as 7 pairs. No, more like 6 pairs or something like that. No, 5.5 pairs. It's not that much different, but you are able to do more enhanced cards. So not just 4 cards, but 4 enhanced cards potentially. So, you know, in the end game, if we had like the Violet Vessel, maybe you play 2 glass cards at the same time. With 2 pair is maybe a little bit easier than it would be with pairs. Like you open a standard pack and you get a glass 6 and you get a glass queen, and you can put them in the same hand instead of them being in separate hands. Or you put 3 glass cards in the same hand, or I don't know, there's lots of possibilities. That's it, I guess. 2 pair often on the painted deck, sometimes straights. I like to do straights on the painted deck with the extra hand size. But once again, it comes down to this idea of, even though the painted deck makes it easier to play straights, that doesn't necessarily mean that you get the payoff for playing straights. Like maybe you don't get the blue seal. Maybe you only have like 4 straight levels or something like that. What's the point of playing straights then? You can, but not if they don't score any points. Take care, everyone.